Welcome to Trade with Dragon, foreign currency trading reality video. This is my January 9th, 2021 video, which has shown my position and my balance and deposit here. If you have been watching this, you are very familiar with this, so I'm not going to waste time going through this. The key thing is I'm stretching on my 150 days uh, gain of 648.8%, working out to be a daily average gain of 4.33% and a yearly average gain of 1,595%. Invest and follow my trade at the following link. Very brief explanation, illustration. How do you invest $1,000 and in 4 years' time it has grown up to $1 million. Okay. Table on how return comes about from $1,000 deposit and to become a $1 million cash return in 4 years. You can see it from year one, you have the 7,200 and all the way up to year four of 2.6 million. And on a total cash value of 50% of the total balance, you would receive more than $1 million truncated to $1 million. This is how the table showing you how getting a 1,000 deposit to becoming $1 million in return in 4 years. A simplified answer to why it takes 4 years to make $1 million from $1,000 deposit. And is that possible? Why wouldn't I do it in 1 year or 2 years or 3 years? And what would be their outcomes? Here I'm showing you if you invest $1,000 and my record has shown you that I made more than 1,000% in return yearly. So I would conservatively make it 1,000 for easy calculation, and with the 38% deduction, you would be looking at six times 620% return, and with a total cash value of only 50% of the total balance, instead of making the 7,200 very realistic cash value in return, you'll be looking at half of that, which will give you the 3,600 in year one. And in year two, you would be getting a 26,900. And if you are satisfied with it, then it is okay. We can close all the position and receive the 26,900. But most of the people in my group, and you are not the only one that is in it, you are minor shareholder with your $1,000 deposit, because right now I have more than 53,000 in there. So you would be looking at only 2% of all the shareholders' value. So you are not the one to say yes or no when to close the account. Most of people are here to make the $1 million, which if you look at that continuously, the third year would be giving you 186,000 in return. And so might be we can consider closing all of the position and distribute all the money to each shareholder in that year. But most of the people would be wanting to enjoy the $1 million for the $1,000 deposit. In year four, you would be receiving 1.3 million in return, and that's the time I have proposed to close in 4 years. Most of the people are not in here for just the uh, 3,600 return in year one, or the 20, say $27,000 in return in year two. Most of them are in here. I would say in the third year, 186 would be a very sizable outcome, but most of the people for another extra year they will receive $1 million. They would rather go through that route. So unless you are your own account holder, which would take you at least 35,000 to make a deposit for your own account, that I would trade for you, and you would be able to have the saying, when do you want to close it or not? If you are only having $1,000 deposit, you are not there to say when to close it. It would be the majority that would say, and I am the voice of the majorities to say which year we would be closing up all the position and withdraw all the money for each shareholder. Investor return, analytic for you to surmise. This is 604,5075 in invested augmented deposit of $2,000, and in 64 days a return of 208% in balance and 143% in cash equity, working out to be a yearly return of 1,173% and in balance and cash equity of 806% in cash equity. So you're looking at this is already with performance fee discounted. So looking at it, 1,100 is way more than the 1,000 that I have given you as an example, and the 800 percent is about 70 something percent in a value of the total balance, way more than the 50 percent that I allowed. For example, of my investor account 600,37127 invested one shot deal with $1,013.25 in September the 7th, 2020, and in 123 days, the return is 379.07% in balance and 351.61% in cash value, cash equity. So in a yearly average gain, it is 1,109% in balance, and in cash equity is 1,029 percent of it. And you can see this is already performance fee deducted already. So you're looking at 1,100 compared to my assumption of 1,000. So it's much better than that. And the cash equity is at about 90 something percent on the total balance here, way better than the 50% that I allowed.